Welcome to the Love Clarity Podcast, where you come to heal your relationship trauma and learn to love deeply without losing yourself. Hello, love. Welcome back to the Love Clarity Podcast, where we gently untangle the pain that confuses you in love so you can come home to the truth that's been waiting for you. I'm Sanya Bari, relationship trauma therapist, coach, and survivor. And today, we're diving into the question that keeps so many people up at night. Is this love or is this emotional abuse? It doesn't come with bruises. It doesn't always raise its voice, but it erodes you quietly. Let's talk about what no one tells you when your pain looks invisible, but it feels undeniable. When she sat across from me, she looked ashamed to even ask it. I don't know if I'm allowed to call it abuse, she said. He's never hit me. He doesn't even scream at me. In fact, he tells me that he loves me. And my family keeps saying, at least he doesn't beat you up. At least he earns money. But she couldn't breathe. In her own home, she walked on eggshells. She second-guessed every sentence. She cried. And he called her too sensitive. She brought up her concerns to him. And he told her she was imagining things, that none of it was true. Little by little, she stopped asking for what she needed. Stopped talking about how she felt. She stopped recognizing the person in the mirror. And still, she stayed. Why? I asked her. Because he said, I love you. And no one had ever told her that before. And no one had more than that told her. That love can sometimes be a leash. I've lived that story too. That kind of dynamic where no one else would think to question it. Where people actually look at you and they're like, oh my God, you're so lucky. They want to have your life. There's no name calling. There's no outbursts. Just a slow erosion. I remember one relationship where I felt like I was one word away from being punished. So I stayed quiet. I laughed less. I adjusted more. And every time I spoke up and tried to express myself, tried to be honest about how I felt, tried to take some space, I was met with swift coldness or silence or punishment. By silence or something else. Slowly, the light started to disappear from my eyes. There were so many years when I would see photos of myself and I would just quickly scan through my face. I would just quickly not really look at myself because I couldn't bear to see how dead I looked behind my eyes. I thought I was doing something wrong, but the truth was that I was being erased and I was helping them do it. That kind of abuse, it doesn't shout, it whispers. You don't have cuts and bruises to show for it. It's like death by paper cuts. And it's quiet, it's gradual. It happens one soul-crushing moment at a time, and you don't even realize that you've given up so much that you're beginning to disappear, that you don't know yourself apart from what this person says about you. And there comes a day where there's nothing left to say anymore. Here's what I need you to know. Emotional abuse isn't just about what's done. It's about what's denied, what's neglected. Your feelings, your voice, your sense of reality. Your opinion. It's when someone makes you question your memory, your tone, your needs, and over time, that confusion becomes your inner voice. the doubt becomes your new normal. So if you're asking yourself, is it me? Am I the one making things worse? Why do I always have to feel so small? You're not overreacting. You're beginning to wake up. So take a deep breath and gently ask yourself, when did I start shrinking just to keep the peace going? Just to keep this relationship going? What parts of me did I tuck away so I wouldn't start something, that I wouldn't be blamed for something? You don't need bruises to name the harm. You don't need a dramatic exit to justify your pain. All you need is the truth and the courage to stop calling it love when it's actually control. If this episode stirred something in you, you're not broken. You're not dramatic. You're just exhausted from shrinking and you're beginning to wake up. Inside of the Love Clarity Inner Circle, we gently unravel these invisible knots, one tiny moment of pain at a time. The ones you were taught to carry with a smile. Or meet me right back here next week. Same space, same truth. And until then, I'm Sanya Bari. Lots of love from my heart to yours.